I thought I would talk about a quality that I've wanted my whole life, which is clarity. I've wanted to experience clarity, which I imagine is this open, expansive, very light feeling. I've wanted that my whole life. I've also just wanted to experience clarity in general. Clarity about my mind, clarity about my samsaric situation and the samsaric situation of all other beings, and especially clarity about the nature of the defilements that are roaming around in my mind and have been my companions, my closest companions, for a long time. And in Geshe Chodrak's recent one-day retreat on working with afflictive minds, he explained the definition of an affliction as that which utterly ruffles the mental continuum. And that really stuck with me. Because every time I tried to have a good time in my life, that's exactly what happened. My mental continuum was utterly ruffled. And it made it so hard to have a good time. It made it so hard to just have fun and for it to stay fun. I can't think of a time, actually. These defilements, these afflictions, these kleshas, whatever you want to call them, they just crash the party. Like, they always crash the party. And, well, not always, but a lot of the time. And I do remember being clear as to my purpose in life for a few years, still right now. But I wasn't clear on how to go about fulfilling that purpose. I wanted to attain enlightenment as quickly as possible. And I didn't know how. I didn't have the path laid out before me. I didn't have any tools. I was just banging my head against a wall for years until I came to the Abbey. And something else was that I spent a lot of time vacillating and wavering in all my decisions. I thought, I want to do this thing. Oh, I changed my mind. I don't really want to do this. Oh, no, I do. Oh, no, I don't. I don't know what I want. I'm confused. And it would really affect my relationships with people. They would tell me, you keep changing your mind about really big things, and it's kind of confusing me and making me feel really insecure. And I felt bad about that. Like, oh, wow. I wish I had some control over my mind so that I wasn't, pulling my friends on this string, at the whim of my mind. So, in my experience, it has not been very easy to gain clarity in my lay life before coming to the Abbey. I felt very foggy most of the time. And I was aware of that. I had enough clarity to be aware of that. But that was really disconcerting. That wasn't a state that I wanted to continue in. And I just felt like living my lay life would just bring up more fog and more confusion. And it's only until I came to the Abbey and really started familiarizing myself with what brings happiness, what brings the results of happiness, what brings suffering and the results of suffering, that I've gained some measure of clarity and maybe some peace of mind. And so creating merit, purifying, receiving this comprehensive education in the Buddhist worldview every day for years has been such a huge force to just clear out this mental fog. So that's been so helpful. And it's also helped me just, decrease some of the grossest afflictions that maybe, when I came here, they used to really overwhelm me. And they do still sometimes, but not to that degree. So that's very good. I can also see how happiness and clarity does increase in direct relation to the decrease of the afflictions in the mind. And that's very, that's very reassuring. So I thought I would share again Geshe Chojak's list of some very strong disadvantages to the afflictions roaming in our minds. This is a very beautiful list. Thank you, Geshe-la. Very, very grateful. So one disadvantage of the afflictions is that they enslave one without choice. They disrupt our peace and calm immediately. They distort our perception of reality. They trigger misinformed reactions. They sabotage our capacity for discernment. The greatest casualty of our afflictions is our intelligence. Afflictions undermine our capacity for a positive response thereafter. They're super unpredictable and always self-defeating. They're short-sighted and they seek instant gratification. Acting on afflictions makes us lose trust of relatives and friends and can make them distant. And they reinforce our bad habits, and then they facilitate proliferation of typical and atypical afflictions. And one benefit of the afflictions is that, they can be purified. So, that's just one benefit. I think there might be another benefit. I've heard our teachers say that you can employ afflictions to help sentient beings on the path, but that's kind of, maybe it's way up there, so forget that for now. So I hope this helps.